Captain, wake up. Something has happened.
Damn straight it has, and it's about time! So as you can see, and as I'm sure most of you know, Halo Wars 2 was officially announced at the end of the Xbox briefing at Gamescom. Some people were hopeful, but I think I can safely say that the vast majority of Halo fans were completely caught off guard and blown away by this announcement. 6 years. 6 long years. That's how long we've waited for a Halo Wars 2 to be announced. And I think everyone will agree that it has been worth the wait. Well, enough rambling, let's break down the trailer and see what we can glean. The trailer starts with Jerome 092 calling to command, noting that Douglas 042 is down. As the camera pans up, we can see one of the Spartans, my guess is Jerome, drags an injured Douglas while the other Spartan, likely Alice 130, provides cover fire. For the first time, we get to see Douglas's face, and boy is he fucked up. Which of course makes sense. As you can also see in this still from the trailer, 343 Industries and Creative Assembly are staying very true to the classic Mark IV from the original Halo Wars, something I think a lot of fans are very happy about. As Douglas fires his pistol, each shot is followed by a look at the events leading up to his injury. From the brief flashes, we can see that Red Team was exploring some environment before an ambush, as we are told at the start. The environment, from what little we can see, does look pretty human, indicating that someone boarded the Spirit of Fire. One could guess that this is probably what prompted Serena to wake Captain Cutter and the crew. More scenes briefly depict Red Team fighting, stabbing at, and losing at some massive enemy, likely the enemy we see at the end of the trailer. Finally, Douglas runs out of bullets, and he lets his arm go limp. Now, I know some people have been thinking this is him dying, but I strongly disagree with that. He's simply letting his arm go limp, or he's passing out because, again, he's really fucked up right now. But dead, I seriously doubt. The trailer cuts to a new foe. He raises up an energy mace, a freaking energy mace, revealing himself to be a brute chieftain. And I'm just gonna play this final line for you.
Run, little demon.
The trailer comes to a close with a final shot of the chieftain. God, so much yes! So, there's not a whole lot here to really look at, but there's plenty we can speculate about. Starting with the chieftain. Who is he? A new enemy or someone we know? My first thoughts were to the army commander from Halo Wars. His presence was pretty much exclusive to the multiplayer in Halo Wars, so we have no knowledge of how he was involved in the Battle of the Apex, nor how likely it was that he survived. The way the chieftain says, "Run, little demon," sounds, to me at least, like he knows the Spartans he's chasing, like he's encountered them before. That would certainly lend credence to the theory that this chieftain is in fact the army commander. Another possibility that came to mind was Lidus, the chieftain from Halo Escalation. There are certainly some visual similarities, but little beyond that. This new enemy could just as easily be that, someone new. Still, I'm hoping it's the army commander, as it would make for a more interesting dynamic, at least in my opinion. Next up, let's talk about the timeline placement. First and foremost, if 343 is going to use that Serena line from the end of Halo Wars as a jumping off point for Halo Wars 2, the latest this game could start would be January of 2537, when Serena would turn 7. Of course, 343 could choose to throw that line out, or start when Serena was still around and jump around the timeline. It's also entirely possible that Serena was shut down for periods of time to stave off her rampancy. Whatever the case may be, I hope Creative Assembly is given the chance to craft a great story, one that isn't potentially bogged down by mandatory connections to the Reclaimer saga. I'm not saying those would necessarily be bad, but there is always that potential to put unnecessary restrictions on the writing. Back to the subject of timeline placement, I think it's pretty safe to say that this game most likely takes place before that scene in Halo Escalation, depicting a seemingly empty Spirit of Fire with a flood infection form in it as it floats towards an unknown planet. If that is the case, Halo Wars 2 could explain why we see this and explain the flood presence. We could, even this early on, almost say flood confirmed. Almost. On the flip side, you could also say that this takes place after that scene in Halo Escalation, and the brutes are hunting them because they crashed on what I would presume to be a brute planet. Or at least, it's claimed by this chieftain. The last thing I want to talk about is the energy mace. Besides being an awesome weapon that I'd love to see in the Halo shooters, I have to wonder about the lore behind it. If you'll recall from the Universe article on gravity hammers, after the Fist of Root received some Covenant upgrades, other chieftains commissioned similar weapons, incorporating ancestral hammers when possible. I have to wonder if this energy mace may be one of those ancestral weapons that's been upgraded. Well, I think that about does it for this video, but these are just my observations. Did I miss anything? Do you agree or disagree with anything I've said? Let me know in the comments, as I always love hearing from you guys. Anyway, that's all for now, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing, and sharing it around. You are the reason I get to keep doing this, so thank you, profusely thank you. If you want to dive deeper into Halo's lore, head over to the Halo Archive. It's a lore-based community that welcomes everyone from experts to rookies. No matter what your working knowledge, you'll be sure to find a friend and a good time.